After a pretty bad game last night, we're here with the latest Rangers transfer news. And you know what? When are we going to get Cantwell and Big Raskin announced? Because is no one else worrying here? Like, I mean, it's the 22nd of January, and these deals that are so close, but yet so far, just not announced. But it says, right, Alexis Piti, this deal looks like it could definitely still happen. But, you know, like, can we just get one of them across the line? Like, honestly, man, like, even if it's a loan for this Alexis Patu guy, it would mean something. You know, get anything, man. Beale is like, he's extracted the most he could out of this Rangers. And like, see, if we're being honest, we should have beat Celtic, which means every game since Beale came in, we should have won. Now I know it's ifs, buts, and maybes, right? But even take the draw in the equation. You've drew against Celtic, who were pummeling us every game under Gio, pretty much. He's won every game against other teams in the league. You know, that's featured a semi-final against Aberdeen, an away trip to Aberdeen, an away trip to St Johnstone, at home against Hibs. You know, like, not the easiest fixtures in the world. So Beale has done a fucking, in my opinion, great job. He's rejuvenated most of the players in the team. And I think it's time we get some of these transfers announced. Like, it was like 6 days, almost a week ago, Beale's like, he's happy with how things are moving and it's going to get done in the next 2 or 3 days. Well, 2 or 3 days have passed, son. Where are they at? I get it's probably not him. I mean, it's just going on to say about Cantwell and Raskin will be the first 2 players in. But, like, what is happening, man? Honestly, I just don't understand how nothing has really been announced yet. But it says here, according to Football Transfers, Rangers are monitoring the 20-year-old Romanian starlet Alexi Patu, who plays for Faro Constanta in his homeland, and Beale could snatch the youngster up and he could eventually become a heir to Ryan Kent on the left wing. He could. Ryan Kent, of course, turned 27 this year, which I wouldn't say it's particularly getting ancient, but, you know, it's mad to think, like, when we got like Kent Morelos, we were like early 20s. I think Morelos might have been 20 or 21. Just shows you, like, 27. I know we didn't sign Kent 2017, it was like under Gerrard, but with Morelos it was under Pedro, and it's a long time ago. Like, 6 years is 6 years, you know. But anyway, moving back into more news, and it turns out Rangers are not pulling out of the Morgan Whittaker deal. Loads of reports suggest that we were, but it says that he did pull out of Swansea's draw with QPR. He's been left out of there. So that means that Rangers want to accelerate it. But, you know, a 1.5 million bid rejected. How much are Rangers truly willing to spend on Whittaker? You know, that is the question. Like, if 1.5 is rejected, and again, it's like with Cantwell, 1.5 was rejected for Cantwell from Birmingham, and I believe there could have been a potential 2 million bid. How much are we going to spend on these guys? That is the real thing. Like, are we going to date, or are we just going to absolutely piss about before we date? I'm not really 100% sure, but I want the deals across the line as soon as possible. And you know what? It says get it done. I mean, get them all done. Like, we need to bring... See if we brought Cantwell, Raskin and Whittaker in, right, and they hit the ground running on top of the grinding out results that we've been doing. Man, who knows what's possible to the end of the season, but if these sort of results get... I mean, like, you gotta be real. I've seen the next couple of games. We are away to... like, Tynecastle. I mean, fucking Hearts are really good. I mean, you can't dispute how good Hearts are. You know, that's going to be a tough game. We need more options. We need a breath of fresh air into the team for that Tyne game. I'm not saying with our current crop of players we can't beat Hearts, but, you know, Beale has done all he can with these players. You know, we need to bring in... See, instead of bringing Sands off the bench, it would be better to bring Cantwell and Raskin and Whittaker, wouldn't it? If some of them aren't already, like, you know, attempting to get into the starting 11. So that's what we need, guys. It's exactly what we need. And the gossip column is basically just repeating this here. It says Rangers will make a third bid for Morgan Whittaker after the winger was left out of Swansea City squad for their trip to QPR. Of course, said something about Ramsey there, but I'm just gonna talk about most of this probably in football today. But yeah, Michael Beale saying he labelled the McDermott Park pitch a cow field after Rangers overcame St Johnstone in the Scottish Cup. Yeah, I mean, the pitch was an absolute fucking disgrace, if we're being honest, man. It wasn't a good pitch. But to be honest, the last couple of pitches have been, you know, Hampden. I mean, I don't know what they're doing at Hampden. It didn't look that bad for the Euros, I can guarantee you that. They just can't be arsed. Oh, we spent $500,000 to resurface Hampden. Oh, well, that's $500,000 you don't need to spend. Pissed up against the wall, guys. But anyway, Leave your thoughts down below. That is your latest transfer news on Sunday. Next game next week. No midweek game this week, which is a bit shit. We're used there to loads of games. I mean, I guess we didn't have a midweek game. I think it was before the Aberdeen game. But anyway, next up, St Johnstone at home. Make sure you check out all the content for that and also all the transfer news this week. I'm hoping we can bridge the gap between this game, the game we just had, and next week's game. By some epic transfer news. But make sure to check out the Football Manager, all the good stuff. Check out all the other channels. But until next time, peace.